Hey everyone. So like many of you, I struggle all the time to find the perfect recipes for the things that I love to make the most and love to eat the most. And one of those things is cookies. Now we've already done our chocolate chip cookies, we've done some funfetti cookies, we've done some Earl Grey cookies, but I'm always looking for a really good double chocolate cookie or like reverse chocolate chip, that kind of thing. And I couldn't find one anywhere that would stay chewy and moist after a few days. So I decided to do some experimenting and I came up with this recipe that stayed good on my kitchen counter in a Tupperware for about a week, and I was so excited. So I can't wait to share it with you guys, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Like most of my other recipes, we're going to start by adding our butter and our sugars to the bowl of a stand mixer and mixing on high for about 5 minutes. Now you also want to add your corn syrup here. I added mine after, but you definitely can add it right at the beginning. Once that's done, you can scrape down your bowl because again, we want to make sure that everything mixes evenly. So we want to mix everything down from the sides, put it into the bottom, and then we're going to add our eggs and our vanilla. Now, this is important because we want to make sure this is light and fluffy and give these time to whip up as well. So again, we're going to whip these for another 5 minutes. You will see this again will triple in volume and get very, very light in color. That's exactly what you're looking for, and that's how you know that you're done. Once we've finished whipping all of our eggs, vanilla, and butters and sugars, we're going to scrape down the paddle and scrape down the sides of the bowl again, add our flour, our leavening agents, our cocoa, and our salt, and then we're going to pulse it in very slowly. You can fold this in, but because cookie dough is a thicker batter than, let's say, our brownies or blondies, I do like to pulse this in the mixer slowly. And once everything starts to combine, unlike my other recipes where this would be all that we're adding, I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of milk. This just helps to let everything combine, combat the dryness that you get from the cocoa, and it also just allows us to add a little bit of moisture and chew to these cookies. Once I've added my milk, I'm going to pulse it in, again, very slowly because we don't want it to splash out and go everywhere. And then I'm going to start to add my add-in. So in this case, I wanted to make these double dark chocolate cookies, so I added some Calabo semi-sweet Calais. But you could add anything here if you want to make these reverse chocolate chip, add some white chocolate chips, or if you want to do a chocolate salted caramel, you could definitely add some salted caramel chips into the batter. And I'm going to scoop these out with a large cookie scoop, flatten them, and add a little bit of sea salt on top. You could also do this with a mini scoop and get a lot more cookies because they do spread a lot. Now this tip I learned from Cloudy Kitchen. I'm just going to take a large round object, so in this case my cookie cutter container, and I'm going to put it around my hot cookies. Now these have been out of the oven for about 2 minutes, so they're not super hot, but they're still hot enough that we can mold them. So you want to use a round container that's bigger than your cookies, and then place it over top and just scoot them around a little bit so that they're all perfect circles. This is a really great tip if you want to make ice cream sandwiches or cookie sandwiches because it'll ensure that all of your cookies are the same size. With all my cookies, I like to bake a few, so these will stay at room temperature in an airtight container on the counter for up to a week. And then I like to keep the rest in the freezer so that they're ready to bake whenever I'm in the mood for a snack. I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions about these cookies in the comments below.